did OBS go? Okay, there it is. Ha 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 ha. Okay. So. Okay. I believe everything is working. Yeah. So, in that last 2 weeks that I, had off there, I once again had to reconfigure everything in OBS. And sort of also VTube Studio. Because what well, if you guys remember, last stream, which was 2 weeks ago, even though it felt like yesterday, the mouth on my avatar here stopped working, and I couldn't figure out why. I just assumed that it had something to do with the update that VTube Studio forced through, like, right beforehand. And it wasn't wrong about that. I actually reached out to VTube Studio, and they're like, oh, yeah, all the settings in this last update sort of switched over to a new default. And that I had to go and switch it back to the old default, which I could not figure out. So I decided to just leave it, and then had a day off, I think it was a weekend day, that I was able to, play with it some, and lo and behold, there was another update, and that update fixed it, so yay! See, as you can see, my mouth is working. I also learned that the super high definition webcam that came with my laptop, like is in the lid of the laptop, has a feature that like renders or fills in the pixels so that the video looks super smooth and super high contrast and stuff like that. But that blurring feature sort of messes with the pickup of the VTube Studio program. So I actually went and dug out my, I think it's almost 20 years old now, Logitech quote unquote high definition webcam, and wouldn't you know it, this sucker is much better for a lot of things. Like, one, it picks up the color of my eyes. You guys can't see that, but in the future, if I do like a live interview or something again, you'll be able to see it there. And then it doesn't do the blurring thing, so it reads my movements a little bit better. I have it in a very odd angle right now because it's sitting on the keyboard of my laptop. So if I have to do any typing, expect the avatar here to glitch again, because I'll probably accidentally knock the thing over. Alright. That wasn't the only thing that I learned. I also learned that part of the reason that I sounded so tinny, was because of this audio slapback coming off of my desk. Like, I'd be talking at my desk, and then the audio would be reflecting in the microphone. And so it would be picking it up slightly twice, which was not good. So I actually, here, I gotta show you guys this. last night during my little art meeting, like my little Discord art night, there we go, I was crocheting a, well, acoustic mat for my desk. This is the third acoustic mat. Where was it? There we go. Ta-da! This is the third acoustic mat that I've actually made for my darn setup. And they seem to work fairly well. The other two actually line the, what do they call it? Oh, yeah. It's, they line the audio isolation box that I made. And if anyone's interested in the tutorial for making a real audio acoustic box, or, versus the mini piece assembled one that I made for myself, I can link you the tutorial. Oh hell, I'll just link it anyway in the archive page for this stream. So yeah, that's my fun little thing. Yeah. If I look sleepy, it's again because I am sleepy, and the webcam is doing a fairly decent job at picking up like where my eyelids are actually positioned. Which is interesting, and yeah, I guess that's a good side effect of how see, yeah, I'm tired. Anyway, so yeah, it's a side effect of the better webcam pickup. Yeah. What else is going on? Let's see. I had my second Pfizer shot. Not last Sunday, because last Sunday was Mother's Day, but like the one before. And oh boy, that, you know, I'm so glad that my husband had declared last Wednesday as his day. I mean, because it was his birthday. I mean, it makes sense. But I'm glad he declared that, because I was so freaking out of it like all week last week, because that Pfizer shot just floored me on Sunday. And, or was it Saturday? I don't even remember. But like, I had my friend Russell, if you guys might know him as Color Ren here on Twitch. I think I can link to him. Let me see if I can do that. Nope, don't know how. Never mind. But yeah, Russell basically called me the poster child for the vaccine symptoms, because I had them all. It started off with like this weird pressure migraine that just settled on my head, like slowly throughout the course of the day. It felt like somebody was stacking old encyclopedias one at a time on top of my head, until I basically couldn't see anymore. Yeah, my vision blurred and I was done. Then after that, I took ibuprofen to try to alleviate that, and it didn't really work, and I was nauseous, and I was like, well, fine, this is stupid migraine. I know how to handle migraines. I will put an ice pack on my head and just lay in bed listening to audiobooks. Yeah. And that's how it was going, until like later in the evening, when I decided, I took my regular nightly shower, because I take them at night. I guess that makes me sort of weird. I don't know. I don't like to sleep in the day. Gotta wash it off. Wash the day off, then I can sleep. And as soon as I got out of the shower, like, I damn near collapsed because the chills just hit. It was so hard, and my fever spiked, and I had to take more. No, I took Tylenol, yeah, to combat that fever because the ibuprofen did shit. And that lasted for like a day and a half to 2 days, and I was which, well, that gave me a chance to watch all of Shadow and Bone, which is, it was, everyone was so psyched about it, and I was too, and it was so pretty, and it went nowhere. Like, I don't understand. This pretty show, had all of the elements to just do awesome things, and somehow it looped back on itself and resolved nothing. And I was so disappointed. Disappointed enough that I went back to listening to The Expanse on audiobook. I was actually going to hold off because I'd hit the point where there's a massive time jump. And I was going to wait until my friends were caught up with the TV show so that we could all, consume the next phase of these books together. And I decided not to wait anymore. Oh well. And it's funny because I didn't realize that I would have the same cast of characters in this, because I had been told that there was a completely different cast. So that was a pleasant surprise. Yay! Yeah. So last Wednesday, though, it was, as I said, my husband's birthday. And I did actually, I had help with the dinner thing because we actually used his last few Universal Studios tickets to go check out the parks before we no longer had the ability to, because he no longer works there. And, I will give them some credit. They really handled, from my experience anyway, they really handled the social distancing, mask wearing, hand sanitizer thing really well. Even in the line queues, we had people who were just, they're kind of, very casually reminding people that, social distancing was a thing that we needed to do. And hilariously, that, while we were standing there, the whole structure of that changed, but it didn't take effect until the next day. So instead of 6 feet distance, it's 3 feet distance now. Masks are still required, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. What else? But I got just overwhelmed and couldn't really keep up. And my daughter, she just decided that her knees hurt, or she didn't want to walk anymore, or she was tired, and so we came home, which was fine. And then because of that, the people who were our housemates were like, "You're home! Oh gosh, let's get pizza!" And okay, so instead of the dinner plans that I was initially gonna go with, we did pizza, and that worked out fine. Well, that whole thing was, oh yeah, so that was a big live crowd thing that I did, and I'll be doing yet another big live crowd thing later this year. Last time I mentioned that Tampa Indie Author Book Convention was happening in June, and I'm still going to that. But I thought that might be the only event, like convention style event that I was really going to do this year. And lo and behold, I am now going with my friend April, also moderator for the chat. I'm going with her to Rose City Comic Con in Portland. That's in September. I am going as her assistant because I never thought of applying to the show, and as such, I was not included in the juried artists because, you have to apply for that. But she was, and has been scheduled with them for the last 2 years? I don't know. Like, this pandemic and things pushed it back. So I am excited about this because I have kind of always wanted to go and check out Portland, and we'll get our chance around the show. And I'm excited because her art is something I'm a huge fan of, and I'll, get to help her find her voice in the convention scene. So, yay! Okay. But, yeah. Art-wise, gosh, I've had an interesting, a really good, I'm just chatting. I can move. I Patreon, yeah. Oh my gosh, brain. So I realized that the last update was my last Shavoa Sunrise illustration, and I am now moving on to the Shavoa Zenith illustrations, and today's Wednesday, yeah. So yesterday, I actually posted the first sketch for that. And I think I'm going to have to make a new tag so that people who have already read the story snippets can easily find the sketch illustrations. So it's probably going to be called something like Shavoa Zenith Sketches, because look at me, I'm great with names. Alright. But yeah, speaking of sketches, I'm gonna be working on some here. This is a page, this is just the text at the moment, for a children's book that I'm being commissioned to do. Right now, all I'm trying to sort out is where to put these text bubbles. Oh, I can't draw there. I'm trying to figure out where to put these text bubbles around the illustration. So, but yeah, the story is really cute. If I were to try to explain it in a nutshell, it's a story about 5 goblins who sort of almost fail at puppy sitting. And yeah, it's so cute. But let's see if I open up the previous one here. You can see that our little puppy here couldn't find his friends in this game of hide and seek that they wound up playing. And here, I'm going to go back to blue. They come to cheer him up. So, I guess, you know, this is hilarious because I am drawing like the most rough of sketches for this. And that's because, like I said, right now we're just mostly trying to figure out layout. Yeah. This puppy is, like, the photos that she sent me of her puppy are just, they're so cute. I'll just, whatever. And I probably need, like, so many more, because I actually am not that great at drawing dogs. I need practice on that, and I'll probably be an expert by the time that I'm done with this. So, anyway, get his little tail going again, because in the last panel, it's so far the only panel I've drawn that hadn't had his tail, like, you know, 3 iterations of it with these lines going through it. So he's a waggy-tailed puppy. He's cute. And we'll have Cam, who, if I remember correctly, is sort of middle height. And I moved his head a little too far over for what I wanted to do. I'm gonna have him hug the puppy, because it says he's hugging him. But yeah, y'all, my sketches are just incredibly freaking rough. There are times where I'm like, I need to draw, you know, this person doing this thing, and I literally just draw like their head, a line for their shoulders, and a line for their spine, and that's kind of it. Like, it's the rough starts of all my stuff is just so damn funny. So, yep. So he's hugging him. I'll have a little hand. That's his hand. Hand. Okay. I'm sketching in blue for this project to try something a little different than normal. That's an idea that my friend Derek, or I am so tired. Okay, my friend Dee, she started sketching in like blues and reds and stuff for her comics because she figured out that if you draw on the wrong layer, that you can separate the colors out and, you know, delete them if you need to. So that's actually was a brilliant idea, because I sketch on the wrong layer a lot. As you saw when I first opened this, I started sketching, you know, or trying to sketch, and that had this big, you know, that icon going, wee, because I didn't have anything selected. So I do a lot better with layer management after this phase. My layer management skills at this point are kind of atrocious. But I will organize and clean them up later when, you know, in preparation for the coloring phase, because that takes an insane amount of layers usually. I mean, my files on average are about 15 gigs. I know that that's like huge, but whatever. Okay, so, oh look, see, it says wagged his tail, so I'm good on that tail thing. I'm not gonna draw him licking and barking at each one of them, but let's see. Flower, I have her text dialogue on this side. I don't know that should be there, because maybe Flower actually should be there. So, yeah. I'm going to have her kind of leaning down. There we go. Angle her head a little bit better. And, you know, it looks like I just drew a sort of monster thing. But I draw like these little face guides for myself. I actually think I started doing that because of Julie Dillon's tutorials. And this is all like way before the how to draw manga books and stuff came out. And Flower's got this, well, flower on her head as a hat. Okay. And she's going to be standing with her hands on her knees because she's bending over to look at the pupper. Make sure he's okay. Yeah. And that's all I need to draw for her. So I might take her text here and move it. I guess it needs to be about there, because that should be higher up so that you guys, you know, we can go from reading the top down, kind of zigzag it. So I think, yeah, there we go. Move them down. This text, like the fonts, will change. I want to find. I'm probably going to actually buy a Blambot font with you know, the income from this. Like she's paying for all the little things, like necessities for the project. And what's actually cool about Blambot, the guy who runs that website, he's been in the comic industry doing fonts and lettering for ever. Like I was downloading his free fonts, you know, as far back as high school. And he just released a book all about comic lettering, and it's on my wish list. And I think everybody should see it and get it, especially if you're interested in graphic design or comics in general. Like, it's such good stuff. But yeah, I'll buy. He's got a whole library of fonts, and I know that there's one that would be perfect for this project, and I will get it when I see it, because I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me. Let's see. And then I should draw Patch over here, but I don't want him necessarily copying Flower, but he's gonna have to lean out of the text too, so I think I'm just gonna have him sitting. Cross-legged somehow, maybe. Hand down here to hold him up. I'll do that for face directions sometimes. I'm not really trying hard for anatomy here, because, again, it's mostly just layout. Boop, boop. Oh gosh, and then now we have Grunt, another one of the goblins. Let's see. We've already got Cam hugging him, so I think I'll put Grunt back here. He's kind of round. Forgot to put Patch's signature patch on him. So I'm doing that. Okay, so it looks like looks like my avatar falls asleep whenever I look down to draw. That's hilarious. Maybe I will figure out a way to fix that with this little standy webcam thing. But I'm not going to touch it right now because everything's working and it's good. So, but I'm going to put Grunt in the background here. Maybe... Well, I'll figure out what to do with his hands later. He might... I don't know. We don't want him overlapping or fighting too much with Cam here. Anyway. To me, Cam's the one with the hair. That's all I need to know. Flower is flower. Alright. I think I drew the puppy just a tad too big. So we'll shrink him down. There we go. Yeah. And save it just in case. So, I think I might move this a little over so I can move this just a tad up. And that way we have just a little bit more breathing room around them. I can probably move flower in. And her text should be okay. So, here you go. Right. And it's funny because I stretched that out because I thought that it would be too, oh gosh. These little line guide things that pop up used to drive me crazy, and then I got used to them really fast. So I like them a lot. Okay. And that'll be it for this particular sketch. It's, like I said, super simple. I just duplicated that layer so that it looks a little darker. There we go. Okay. Yeah. We'll save that one because saving is important. Oh, something I fell in love with Photoshop for lately is that in the settings, I found a autosave. So it actually saves automatically for me every 10 minutes, which has saved my butt so much with some of these illustrations. Oh. Do I have... Ah, I do. Hello, Angie. I am sketching, and it's all very rough sketching. I'm not aiming for polished whatever today, but I'm sketching a page like this. I just finished this sketch, and we'll be moving on to the next page of this children's book that I got hired to do. And they gave me permission to show it online. Let's see, that was 15, so now we're going on to 16. As you can see, I fixed the mouth with the avatar here. This is a long story. Involved, once again, reconfiguring OBS because I got new equipment and stuff. So that's the catch-up right there. And, oh, good. This page is going to be a lot easier to figure out the layout for because it's just this text. Hey, you say have fun. So I don't... Are you leaving? That's okay. I am having fun. Let's see. So Mal and Grunt sat and looked at the clouds. Yay, puppy! While the others ran to hide again. Okay. So I think I'm going to bring this down here. Because when you have clouds and you're looking up, you want to open it up atmospherically. So we'll just... maybe I should try a different angle than what I did before with the trees. So, well, I still want the progress to move from left to right, so I guess I'm actually going to stick with that, what I had before. Which is, in my head, Phineas and Ferb's yard, just with a few more trees, because I'm a dork. And I actually miss that show. So whenever they come out with those dumb little cartoons, like the little offshoots for like Comic-Con or something, whatever, you know, Doofenshmirtz is up to. Oh. So thanks for hanging out with me on Monday. We were a little dysfunctional, but hey, it's family. You guys, your stream was adorable. Like, not all that familiar with Fallout, so it was all new to me. Gosh, I don't even remember where I was. But yeah, you guys crack some of the silliest, strangest, and dirtiest jokes, and I wouldn't have you any other way. So, thank you for that. You know what? I'm gonna go and fix the chat here on screen, because it just... Nope, not that. Don't want to go that high. Actually, the whole point is banter. Yeah. That makes sense. So. Huh. Why did that do that? Look, I have an overlay. Alright. Playing with the, playing with the chat on stream. That's dangerous. It's okay. Oh, I see how I did that. Okay. Whoop. There we go. Whee. I bet that looks so weird. Okay. Alright, I'm back. So. There was a bang that happened just outside the room. I don't know if it picked up on stream, but I hope everyone's okay. There's no crying, so it sounds like everything's okay. Alright. Back to the sketching. Alright, so like I said, it's kind of based off of Phineas and Ferb's yard. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, good. Okay. So we have our fence here. I'm gonna draw the clouds. Huh. I should have a shape in the clouds. What do you think it should be? Now, mind you, it's a dog and a goblin watching the clouds. So. What about a donut? Should have a donut cloud. There we go. You are the donut cloud. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This will be the bone cloud. All jokes aside. There we go. And that's hilariously like the most visible thing on the screen. Alright. And so we'll draw... Let's see. Draw the puppy here. His cute little nose. His ears. And then we'll draw Grunt here. And now he's got his arm around Mal, which is the puppy. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. And then, gosh, I think I had bushes over here. And I think we'll draw the steps there. So I'm not going to draw the railing because that would get in the way. But I can draw the grass here. And let's see, draw another bush here. Aren't these like wonderful and detailed? But just figuring out layout stuff. Again, super easy because the text is like down here. I'll draw, I should probably have some of the goblins, the other goblins just running. Whee! Running. Whatever, that's a foot or something. And we'll have another one hiding here. Now they're watching the clouds, but they're looking in the direction that they're all hiding. You think that they would see where they're going. And if that becomes an issue, I will correct that later. Alright, and then duplicate the layer to make my sketches darker again. And voila, there's the next one. Just simple layout sketch. Let's see. I think I have time to do one more. Yay. You guys are like literally sitting in my office with me now because this is part of my work. Okay. Wait. Oh, okay. I did skip a page. Yeah. It's like, that doesn't line up. There we go. Oh no. They didn't close the front door. Did someone get in? Maybe a skunk got in. No, I actually know what happened, but... There, yeah, we won't put that up there. Let's see. Do I want to draw the outside and them looking at the door? Or do I want to draw the inside and everyone's expressions as they see what's behind us? That's an interesting couple of ideas. So I think I'm gonna do both. That's what layers are for. So, excuse me, just burped. Such a wonderful recording manners. I don't know. All right. Let's see. So I drew the house from one direction before. Actually, I should probably put this over here then. I'm going to draw it from the other angle. Okay, so definitely a thing that we're noticing. Front door. Yeah. Okay. And I think I had the door opening up outward before. So, there. I'm not even paying attention to perspective because perspective is just a challenge to get right. And oh, hello. I just to catch you up as well, I'm just doing rough sketches for the children's book that I'm working on. I'm not focusing on, you know, perspective, anatomy, or anything like that. It's mostly just layout right now. Okay, I see. So, hello, Dawn of the Mists. I almost called you Dawn of Themists. Which makes it sound like you were the bright light over the people who design theme parks. I don't know. I have a strange brain. So, back to the picture here. So I've got the front door like wide open. I did draw a little porch on this thing, so we'll have the roof. And we'll have like, I guess that's where the stairs are. We'll have that angling down. Angling off in the complete wrong direction because who cares? Oh, and hello again. Someone new? Knocked Flame? Nice. So, you gonna translate whose screen names or what? Do I know you? I know you. Alright, so we'll have, oh, who's the one that, of course it's Cam, the one with the hair. So we'll have Cam up here being like, oh no! Hair. Huh. I am still learning what channel points are. I'm very new to all of this streaming stuff. So, like, what do they do? Because I saw that they're there. I saw that I can activate them. And I think I did. But I don't know what you guys can do with them. And if it's a feature that I need to turn on, or like something, you know, I would love to know. Yay! And glad I got the name right. Yay! So, then we'll have Pupper with his little triangle head, floppy ears, coming up the steps, because this puppy knows how to use steps. Unlike my puppy, who's not a puppy anymore. She's just a dingbat. Let's see, channel points can be redeemed for perks in a store. In my case, people can redeem them for sound effects to try and jump scare me on stream. Cool. I have a store, but it's separate from everything. So would it have to be a store that I set up through Twitch? Or is that or Streamlabs? One of those. Because I can do I think that, what is it? Streamlabs has a merchandise store. Oh, gotcha. Alright, I may have to hit you up on Discord afterwards to see if you can walk me through that a little. Would that be okay? Okay, my phone squeaked at me. Let's see. And we'll get Dusty, he's the tall one there. Let's see. And Flower can come running up here. Okay, cool, thank you. Yeah. Like, um, hmm. Noon tomorrow would be hard. I still have, like, the kid's still in school, so I have to walk her through her live lessons, and actually, like, right at noon is the transition from those. So we should be done about 4 tomorrow. So let's pencil that in. 4 tomorrow. We'll have a Twitch tutorial. Cool. So thank you. Yay. Okay. Cool. Oh gosh, and I just noticed the time. It's funny because, like, when I started the stream, I was like, oh gosh, I'm going through everything so fast. I don't know that I'll be able to fill out the time. And now it's suddenly like, oh, I gotta pack this up. Huh. So, go ahead and go there. And I will save this. Yeah. Alright. Cool. Right. Yeah, I can't sit on Twitch forever. I only get to schedule out or carve out a hour a week from this crazy schedule to stream. So I'm packing it up now. And I thank you guys for stopping in. I feel bad that you came in on the tail end of this, but there is a little bit of, I hope, interesting discussion at the beginning, and so it'll, if Twitch is really good about making the archive available almost instantly. I wish it downloaded that fast, because then I can get it elsewhere where I like back it all up. But yeah, whatever. So I guess I will see you guys next week, Wednesday at 8 p.m. Is that, that's the regular schedule. So I'll see you then. And Angie, I'll see you tomorrow at 4. Yay. Right. Good night, all.